you will have a better chance at finding a good product that is very simple and easy to launch. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Pat Harris and I'm a full-time Amazon seller. On my channel, I share tips that help with my own Amazon business so I could help others out. I also like to share videos related to the stock market, the economy, anything to do with making money online. I like to try out the different business models and see if they actually work. So if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated with my new videos every week. And just for doing that, I'm doing a giveaway at the end of every month where you have a chance to win my Amazon FBA course, which is a complete course that shows you the whole process of selling on Amazon. And if you already have my course, it's going to be a $100 prize. So keep an eye out for that, but let's get into it. So if you are just starting to learn how to sell on Amazon, there are a ton of different products out there. Product research is very hard, but I'm going to break down how to find simple products. There's products that will give you a lot of headaches. You need certain documentation. There's a lot of moving parts. And then there's other products that are a lot simpler. They cost way less in inventory and storage fees. And there's a lot to look for. So I'm going to break all of this down using helium-10 and other techniques, and then you will have a better chance at finding a good product that is very simple and easy to launch. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be announcing something special, so stay tuned for that. But let's get into my computer right now and break down how to find a good product to sell on Amazon if you are just starting out. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're going to get into how to find a simple product to sell on Amazon and what I mean by simple. But you can sell hard products like electronics or fragile. You're just going to have to do more work, have different documentation, and you could run into more problems, and I'm going to get into that right now. So what do I mean by a simple product? A simple product is a product that is very lightweight, it's very small, and that is because Amazon has inventory storage fees, which you've probably heard, and they charge by the cubic foot. So if you have a large item like a table or a piece of furniture, you're going to be paying a lot of money just to have your products in the warehouse, and then if they don't sell, you're going to be paying a ton of money and losing money because the product is so big. So you want to have a product that is very small and lightweight, and that's also going to cut down on the shipping costs from China to Amazon. You're going to have a lot bigger profit margin because you're not spending so much in shipping and inventory. So what I mean by a small product is something like this. Think of products like these. They're laundry little bags to put in your laundry. You put like your underwear and bras in them. This is my girlfriend's. I don't wear a bra, but it's just like a little bag that you could sell on Amazon, and they are very lightweight. They're not going to break. They're very simple. There's no moving parts, and it's not going to cost you a lot in inventory because these things are very small. You could almost fit in a small envelope, and your storage fees are going to be a lot less than if you launch a large product. It's very lightweight. It doesn't even weigh a pound, so you're going to save a lot of money in shipping, and that is what I mean by a simple lightweight product. Another example I have is this little back posture strap. It goes around your back to keep your shoulders back, and it's very lightweight. It folds down to like it fits in my hand, like it's really small, and this is going to be very cheap when it comes to shipping and storing in Amazon's warehouse. So those are just a couple examples of small and lightweight products. You don't want to launch a big piece of furniture because you're going to be having a ton of fees on that. And most of the people that sell furniture sell them FBM because they don't want to store them in Amazon's warehouse because the fees are so high. So always think about the size and weight of the product. The smaller, the better. That's not what she said, but it is in this case. So just remember that when you're looking at different products. And then also no moving parts. So like this little strap here, there's not really any moving parts. You're not going to break something off. There's nothing really that could go wrong with it, so you're not going to get a lot of bad reviews. But if you sell something like this keyboard right here, a key could break off. You could plug it into your computer and it's not going to work because it's not compatible with certain computers or operating systems. So you want to have a product that doesn't require a lot of moving parts or anything that could break off or it's missing when it arrives. Also, like a product like this, it has batteries. So if the manufacturer is not good and there's something wrong on the inside of this thing, it could have a lot of issues on the inside and you wouldn't even know it, and then those issues will be on your reviews. They'll show up on your product page and say, hey, this product was horrible, it worked for a day and then it stopped working. So this product has a lot of moving parts, so you always want to make sure that you have a good manufacturer, that nothing could go wrong with the products or it's going to lead to bad reviews and your listing getting shut down. So that's what I mean by simple and easy products with not many moving parts. And then not fragile. You would not want to sell this glass on Amazon because it could break. Again, you can sell fragile items, just make make sure that the packaging is really good and make sure that the product is not going to break during shipping. A lot of these UPS or FedEx companies, they throw the packages. So you want to do your own test when you get the product in the packaging, throw it on the floor, throw it off your balcony, and actually make sure that it doesn't break, because if these products break, they're going to lead to bad reviews on your page, and you don't want bad reviews because that's going to hurt your ranking and your sales. So if you do sell glass, make sure that it's really packaged well, but I would not sell anything glass because I know how fragile it is and it's going to lead to a lot of bad reviews and returns, and I don't want to deal with that. That's why I always go with the simple and easy products. And then another thing is you want to find a product that's really easy to differentiate. So think of something like these little fake plants right here. It's like a little flower. You could probably differentiate these in different styles of plants. I don't really know anything about plants, but think about a product that you could differentiate. So like home decor, like pillowcases, different things that go on walls, on the table. I like home decor because you could really differentiate in the different styles of like modern houses, minimalist, different farmhouse. There's a ton of different ways that you could differentiate home decor. But if it comes to like a barbecue glove, you can't really differentiate it too much. So you want to find categories where you could differentiate those products. And I'm going to get into this in Helium-10 in a little bit. But that is how you find a simple product. You want to find something lightweight, no moving parts, all of those things that I just went over. And that is how you could have less headaches when you launch your first product on Amazon. And then let's go to the next slide. So these are the things to avoid. Again, you can launch any of these items if you want. There's probably going to be less competition because people are afraid to launch these products, but keep in mind the things that could go wrong and lead to bad reviews. So I always say avoid electronics unless you really know the manufacturer and it's a good manufacturer, because a lot can go wrong. There's a lot of wires and circuit boards on the inside and anything could short out and cause issues, and you don't want to have a ton of bad reviews on your product on Amazon. Glass, you could sell that if you want, but just remember it's very fragile and the UPS guy is probably going to step on your package and break it. Large heavy products, that's going to be a ton in inventory storage fees, and it's going to cost you a lot to get it shipped from China to Amazon. So you want to always make sure that you're going to have a big enough profit margin after all of those fees, and the bigger products have higher fees. So keep that in mind when you're doing your product research. And then products with a lot of moving parts, you don't want to sell these because there's a lot of things that could go wrong. If you have a ton of pieces in a box, what if the customer misses out that one piece that needs to put the whole thing together? Then they're going to leave a bad review on your product page. So keep that in mind as well. And then also seasonal, you don't want to sell something for Christmas and then it doesn't sell out, and then now you have a ton of Christmas items and it's going to cost you a ton in storage fees if you don't get them out of the warehouse, and you're going to have to ship them home because no one's going to want to buy a Christmas item after Christmas. All right, so now we're going to get into how to find these simple products, and I'm going to use Blackbox for this, so let me pull it up right now. All right, this is going to be a simple demonstration. This is Blackbox inside of Helium-10, but if you're doing product research using Blackbox and you want to find small products, all you have to do is make sure to enter the shipping size tier, and I'm going to show you that right here. So when I use Blackbox, I like to use the keyword tab. I have other videos on this if you want to check them out, but for this one, all we're going to do is go right here to the shipping tier size, and we're going to do small standard size. So that's going to bring up all of the products that are small. And then also, just for the heck of it, I'm going to put search volume minimum 9,000 monthly searches, and I'll do review count at 495. I like to do random numbers in here so I'm not pulling up what everybody else is pulling up. And then I'm going to hit search. Again, you could put the category and all that in there, but I don't want to make this video very long. I'm just giving you the basics. And then we're going to come down here, and this is going to be all the small products that fit your criteria. So we're going to scroll through here and we're going to see if we could find anything just for this video. Hopefully we can, but I know product research is very hard and it takes a long time. So it's bringing up all of these small products. So like a key, a pirate flag, almost everything that I talked about is very small and lightweight, and that's why it fits in that small shipping size. So let's keep going down here. Shrink wrap bags, evil eye ring. So it's going to bring up everything that's very small and lightweight. So let's see if we can find anything if we keep going here. Chain earrings, Breaking Dawn, History Channel, Children, YouTube. So we're going to keep scrolling. I'm just going to see if I see something that stands out. Snowflake multi-tool, 17,000. Let's view it on Amazon so we could get an idea of what the size is. And you could see this is like a little tool. It's very small and lightweight, and that's going to be a small and lightweight product that you could launch on Amazon. I'm not saying to launch this because I didn't do any product research on it, but these products will pull up if you pick that shipping tier size. I know it's a very simple tutorial, but that's how you want to find these very small and lightweight products, and then you could launch a product on Amazon with less headaches. You don't need documentation to sell this product. You're not going to be charged a ton in shipping, and you're going to run into less issues. If you have to get the inventory sent to your house, you're not going to have a huge warehouse to store your inventory. You could fit all of these in one box. All right, so that's how you find a simple and easy product to sell on Amazon. Again, check my other product research videos out on how I find good products. There's a lot that goes into product research, and if you need any help with that, I do have a product validation service down below, and I also offer one-on-one mentorship where I could give you 10 product analysis on the products that you find, and then I break down the good and the bad. And then remember how I said towards the end of the video I'd have something special to announce? Well, here it is. So in the next couple weeks, I'm going to make a video and actually reveal the product that I launched in the $1,000 experiment. There's been a lot of issues going on with it, and it's not even selling on Amazon right now, so I'm going to actually show you the product that I launched with under $1,000 so you can get a good idea of how I launched a small and lightweight product for under $1,000. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get the update when I upload the video. It's going to be in about a week or two. I still got to get all of the information and put it into the video, but that is my special announcement. You probably already knew that was coming, but if you didn't, now you know. But that is it for this video. Again, all of my links are down in the description below, and like I always say, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.